If anyone guessed these things, they should be professional fortune tellers. The NFC North, the black and blue division, they were very defensive in day 2. If you think about it, it makes sense. You look at their division, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got Matthew Stafford, Megatron, Jordy Nelson. You need some young defensive players, specifically in the backfield, to try to slow down those guys. The Chicago Bears, that's exactly what they did a little bit later. But first, they picked Alshon Jeffery, wide receiver. He's a very big guy, someone that can catch the ball over the middle, catch touchdowns. Now, is he going to be the medium-sized Alshon Jeffery or the fat Alshon Jeffery? That's the question. When it comes to defensive backs, Brandon Hardin, if you're looking for plays from him from last year, you're not going to get any. He didn't play. But he's a big safety, someone that can give help in that area over the middle. You're facing a Calvin Johnson, you're facing a Jordy Nelson. You need a safety that's 6'2" or greater to try to stop him. Moving on to your former Super Bowl champions, they hope to reach that level again, the Green Bay Packers. They started out with Jerel Worthy. Now, he's used to getting double teams. That won't be the case. B.J. Raji is the man in the middle there. He slides over to the end position, and he gives a lot of pressure. It's going to allow B.J. Raji to penetrate. It's going to allow Clay Matthews to hopefully get back to better form, getting more sacks this year than he had last year. Then, with their next pick, it was Casey Hayward. He's a solid pick. He's not someone that's going to wow you with the highlights, but he's good with coverage. And in this division, you need guys that's good in man-to-man coverage. Now, the Detroit Lions fans, it's a weird situation. You look at Ryan Broyles, you say, well, you have the ACL injury. It's not a big need for wide receivers, but they pick him in the 2nd round. Is it the in Mayhew we trust format going to work this time? Time will tell. He is a touchdown catching machine. Before his injuries, he was very solid, catching, like I said, about a touchdown a game. But the ACL injuries, was a reach at that level? We don't know. We'll find out later. The next pick, it's a need. It's cornerback, but again, Dwight Bentley playing at Louisiana-Lafayette. There are other guys on the board that many of us knew about, but once again, we're not paid to be general managers, so we have to wait and see how these guys pan out. Now, last but not least is the Minnesota Vikings. They did most of their work in the 1st round. They made some trades, and they picked solid professional players that we know can have good careers at the next level. This round was a little bit different. They had 1 pick, and they took Josh Robinson. Here's someone with blazing speed. He's a smidge faster than me. He runs like a 4.3, 340, and so you get the solid players in day 1, and you take a risk on a guy in day 2. If he pans out, will be excellent. But that's just one opinion. Let's get to some more opinions. I always learned that 4 was better than 1. So let's talk to 4 guys instead of just me.
Welcome, Jerry.
Jerry, man, what's up?
How's it going, guys?
Good. Okay, we're starting with the Bears. The Bears. I like saying that a lot because I'm weird. Alshon Jeffery, I like that you said medium-sized or the big-sized Alshon Jeffery. That's key. He's a game-breaking receiver. He had poor quarterback play. If he's able to show that medium-sized Alshon Jeffery, it's an incredible value where they got him. Brandon Hardin, of course, I still tend to trust Chicago in the way they go for defense. So I'm going to go with Brandon Hardin as a solid pick, even though it sounds like hard-on, which makes me laugh. So I'm going to go with a B+ for the Bears. We don't know. It's still uncertain. Packers.
The Green Bay Packers traded up twice. That's so unlike them. But
yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. So they, their D-line's been hurting since they let Colin Jenkins go. So they get Jerel Worthy in there. He's going to be on the right side, maybe competing with Jerry as win. We'll see. But I think he's a solid pick. And then Casey Hayward.
Yes.
He's not the fastest guy, but good ball skills that works for their defense. They rely on picks, give up a lot of yards. So I would love to see a safety in there. Solid B.
Solid B.
Well, if Josh Robertson's faster than you, Jerry, then he's got to be a player.
Exactly.
I mean,
just a little bit, though. Not a lot. Not a lot.
A smidge, I think was your word. But Vikings, still a lot of holes, but a lot of upside in that pick. You lose Cedric Griffin. You probably better at least have someone who's going to contribute on special teams. We'll see if Robinson has that ability. But if so, let's throw it at a B. I know that's generic, but upside's there, speed's there, solid
Just
pick.
doesn't blow you away. And the Lions.
You know, it's going to be an interesting time in the Detroit area. These 2 picks, if anyone guessed these things, they should be professional fortune tellers. They should be in the stock market because no one saw these 2 picks coming. But, like we say, in Mayhew we trust, we'll have to see. Ryan Broyles had a good college career, so we'll see what happens with him. And the cornerback, we don't know who he is. I'm not going to act like I know who he is. We'll have to wait and see.
I just found out Louisiana-Lafayette existed. Jimmy, actually, can you come here?
Hey,
because I need to tell you that you should subscribe, because this is awesome. Not even for any of the three of us, just for Jerry Mallory. Subscribe for more NFL draft stuff. Comment down below NFC North stuff. I'm really excited.
We would get a grade out of you.